Dear Taurus, do you feel it? There is a subtle but relentless current moving beneath the surface of your life, a whisper that has begun to grow into a roar within your soul. It's a call to let go, a divine invitation to release the grip you've held so tightly for so long. You've become a master of control, an architect of stability, believing that if you manage every detail, you can prevent the world from ever hurting you again. You've built a life on the solid ground of predictability, and yet you find yourself standing at the edge of a great river, and the only way forward is to trust the water. This moment is not an accident. Your presence here is a sign that your soul is ready to listen, ready to finally understand the truth it has been hinting at for months, perhaps even years. It's a truth that feels unsettling because it asks you to surrender the very thing you thought was your strength, your control. But that control has become a gilded cage, and the door is now swinging open. Before we journey into the heart of this revelation, take a moment to become a part of this sacred space. Like this video, subscribe to our community, and share this message if you know another soul who is standing at the edge of their own river. And in the comments below, I want you to affirm this shift with me. Write, "I release the need to control and embrace my divine path." By writing these words, you are planting a seed of intention, declaring to the universe that you are ready. Stay with me, because the insights that are about to unfold are not just predictions. They are the keys to your liberation. Let's be honest, Taurus. This need for control, this relentless drive to keep everything in its place, didn't just appear out of nowhere. It was born from a time when the ground beneath your feet felt anything but stable. It stems from a deep, ancient memory of chaos, a moment in your past when letting go resulted in loss. And so, you made a silent vow. Never again. I will build my own safety. I will be the rock. You learned to measure your worth by your reliability, by your capacity to endure, by your unwavering ability to hold it all together while everyone else was falling apart. But what has been the cost of being the rock, dear Taurus? The fortress you built to protect yourself from the world has also kept the world from truly reaching you. It has kept out spontaneity, it has kept out vulnerability, and it has kept out the kind of love that asks you to be soft, to be open, to be beautifully, imperfectly human. You have become so skilled at managing life that you have forgotten how to simply live it. You've mistaken the absence of crisis for the presence of joy, and the silence of your routine for the sound of peace. And now, the universe is lovingly, but firmly, intervening. It is sending you signs, not to disrupt you, but to awaken you. There is a sense that a significant change is on the horizon, but it's a change you cannot manage, plan, or strategize your way through. This is not a project to be completed. It is a current to be surrendered to. This is where we touch upon the wisdom that was trying to reach you, this idea that you must stir the waters. But perhaps the true stirring isn't about more action, more effort, or more control. What if the most powerful action you can take right now is to do nothing at all? To simply stand still, to breathe, and to allow the river of life to carry you where you are meant to go. This is where the first layer of your truth begins to reveal itself. A truth that is reflected in the energy of the Eight of Swords. Picture this not as a card, but as a feeling you know intimately. It's the sensation of being bound, not by physical chains, but by your own thoughts. It's the feeling of being trapped in a situation, believing there is no way out, when in reality, the prison is unlocked. This is the mental fortress you have inhabited, Taurus. It's the story you've told yourself. I can't change jobs. It's too risky. I can't open my heart. I'll get hurt. I can't let go of this situation, because what if something worse comes along? These are the invisible swords that have surrounded you, each one a limiting belief forged in the fires of past pain. You have been standing perfectly still, afraid to move, unaware that you could simply lift the blindfold and walk away. But now, that is changing. You are beginning to feel the illusion for what it is. The universe is not asking you to fight your way out. It is asking you to simply realize that you were never truly trapped. Your freedom doesn't lie in battling the world, but in dismantling the beliefs that have kept you in a state of self-imposed exile. And as you begin to lower those swords of fear and doubt, a new energy enters. It is the brilliant, life-affirming light of the Sunday. This is not a gentle glow. It is a powerful, clarifying radiance that dispels every shadow. The sun represents a cosmic awakening, a moment of profound clarity where the truth is illuminated and you can see everything for what it truly is. The confusion, the stagnation, the fear, it all begins to dissolve in this warmth. This is the divine guidance that is sustaining you right now, an angelic protection that assures you that you are on the right path, even if it feels unfamiliar. The sun's energy is what is giving you the courage to look at your life with newfound honesty. It's the sudden realization that the job that provides security is also draining your soul. It's the clarity to see that a relationship built on comfort has no room for passion or growth. This is your moment of awakening, Taurus, where the universe is shining a spotlight on the path to your own vibrant, authentic joy. It is a promise of warmth, vitality, and renewal. You are not just surviving anymore. You are being called to truly thrive. And what happens when the shadows recede and the sun shines upon you? A spark ignites. This is the energy of the Ace of Wands. It is a surge of new potential, a flash of divine inspiration. After a long period of feeling stagnant or stuck, this card signals a powerful new beginning. It might manifest as a creative idea that suddenly feels possible, a surge of passion for a new project, or the courage to finally pursue a long-held dream. This is not just a fleeting thought. It is a sacred fire being lit within you. The universe is handing you a torch and inviting you to step onto a new path. This is the opportunity that whispers of changing your financial situation or opening new doors. It's not about taking a calculated risk in the old way, from a place of fear and analysis. It is about trusting this inner fire, this intuitive pull towards something new. It's about taking a leap of faith, not because it makes logical sense, but because your soul feels alive at the very thought of it. This is your time to plant the seeds of your future success, a future built not on the shaky ground of fear, but on the solid foundation of passion and purpose. This is the moment to trust the process, even if you cannot see the end of the road. The effort you put in now, guided by this inner spark, will be rewarded in ways you cannot yet imagine. As you walk this new path, guided by the sun and fueled by this creative fire, you will find that your heart begins to open in ways it hasn't in years. This leads us to the beautiful, healing energy of the Ten of Cups. This card is the ultimate symbol of emotional fulfillment, harmony, and deep, abiding joy. It speaks of a homecoming for the soul. After a long journey through the wilderness of emotional self-protection, you are finally arriving at a place of true belonging. This energy can manifest as a profound healing in your relationships. For those of you in a partnership, this is the moment where you stop seeing your partner through the lens of your own fears and defenses. The coldness and distance you may have been projecting born from your intense focus on work and security begins to melt away. You realize that true strength isn't in being invulnerable, but in the courage to hold your partner's hand, to look them in the eyes, and to allow your hearts to connect without walls. The arguments that have arisen from unspoken fears and frustrations can now be healed not with more words, but with the simple, profound truth of love. For those of you who are single, the Ten of Cups heralds a time when you are no longer seeking a partner to complete you, but are ready to meet someone who resonates with your whole, authentic self. As you let go of the need for control and embrace your own inner joy, you become magnetic to the kind of love that is aligned with your soul. The sociable cycle you are entering is not about putting on a performance. It is about genuinely enjoying the adventure of meeting new people, knowing that you are attracting connections from a place of authenticity and inner peace. This beautiful energy extends to your family as well. The Ten of Cups suggests a time of reconciliation and reunion. Old tensions and unspoken burdens within the family dynamic can now be released. You may find yourself reconnecting with relatives, overcoming past misunderstandings, or simply enjoying moments of shared happiness that strengthen your bonds. Your family can become a source of profound support and a safe harbor as you navigate these changes. It is a time to set healthier boundaries where needed, but also to open your heart to the love and connection that is waiting for you. And who is the person who can navigate all of this with grace and wisdom? It is you, Taurus, as you step into the energy of the King of Cups. This card represents the pinnacle of emotional maturity. It is the part of you that has learned to master your feelings without suppressing them. The King of Cups is compassionate, understanding, and leads from the heart. He is the one who can hold the deepest emotions, both his own and others, with a serene and steady hand. This may also signal the arrival of a person in your life who embodies these qualities, a partner, a friend, or a mentor who offers you kindness, wisdom, and unwavering emotional support. But more profoundly, this is about you becoming this person for yourself. You are learning to manage the stress of your responsibilities, not by building higher walls, but by cultivating a deeper inner peace. You are recognizing your limits and honoring them. You are no longer deceiving yourself that everything is fine when you are feeling overwhelmed. Instead, you are seeking help, whether it's through meditation, exercise, or simply allowing yourself to be vulnerable with someone you trust. You are learning to listen to your body and your heart, and to respond with the compassion of a wise and loving king. And watching over this entire transformative journey is the gentle, hopeful light of the star. This card is a beacon of hope, healing, and spiritual renewal. It is the universe's promise that you are divinely guided and protected. The star reminds you to keep the faith, even when the future feels uncertain. It indicates that you are in a phase of profound spiritual expansion where your intuition is sharpening and your connection to the divine is growing stronger. The universe is aligning circumstances in your favor, even in ways that remain hidden from your view for now. Trust the signs. Trust the process. Trust that you are being led toward your highest good. So what does this all mean for you today? In the practical moments of your life, it means that the financial breakthrough you seek is tied directly to your emotional and spiritual liberation. As you release the fear and the need to control, you open up the channels for abundance to flow to you. Opportunities will arise not because you hunted them down, but because your energy has shifted to one of reception and trust. Stay alert, for these opportunities may come in subtle ways: an unexpected conversation, a sudden idea, a chance encounter. In your work, it means that while your goals are well planned, you are now open to the flow of inspired action rather than rigid adherence to the plan. You will handle unexpected challenges with a newfound grace, not because you are more professional, but because you are more connected to your intuitive wisdom. You will rise to the occasion not out of a sense of duty, but from a place of centered confidence. And in your heart, it means you are choosing love over fear. You are realizing that the greatest risk is not in opening your heart, but in keeping it closed. You are understanding that true security is not found in a predictable routine, but in the deep, unwavering connection you share with those you love, and most importantly, with yourself. Dear Taurus, you are in the midst of a sacred and profound transformation. You are shedding an old skin, one that was crafted for survival but is too constricting for the vibrant life that awaits you. You are bidding farewell to the version of you that had to be the rock, the fortress, the unwavering pillar of strength. That version served you well, but its time is over. You are now being called to become the river fluid, adaptable, powerful, and free. It will feel scary at times. There will be moments when you long for the familiar comfort of your old walls. But the call of your soul is stronger. The promise of what lies on the other side of fear is too great to ignore. This is your moment to blossom without fear, to love without walls, to live without chains. You are not losing control, you are gaining freedom. You are not falling apart, you are falling into place. Trust the process. Trust the light. Trust yourself. A new life is being born from within you, one that is not just stable, but is truly magnificently alive.